There once was a stock that put to sea. The name of the stock was GME. The price blew up and the shorts dipped down. Hold my bully boys, hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. She had not been 2 weeks from shore when Ryan Cohen joined the board. The captain called all hands and swore he'll take his shares and hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Before the news had hit the market, Wall Street bets came up and bought it. With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. No deals were cut, no shorts were squeezed. The captain's mind was not on greed, but he belonged to the artist's creed. He took the risk to hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. For 40 days or even more, the stock went up, then down once more. All gains were lost, it was looking poor, but still those traders did hold. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. As far as I've heard, the fight's still on. The short's not squeezed and the game's not won. The tendy man makes his regular call to encourage the captain, crew, and all. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Soon may the tendy man come to send a rocket into the sun. One day when the trading is done, we'll take our gains and go. Oh, I bid farewell to my monthly paycheck, and I gambled it all on a GME bet. To hold with the boys and ignore calls to sell until we have given the hedgies all hell. And the tendies and diamonds are filling my mind. I'll search for the moon and pay losses no mind. I fear not the hedgie, I fear not his greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Plot a course off to Mars from the orbit of Moon, to a place where my gains grew along with my crew. It's not about greed, no, I tell to my best, but sending a message to Wall Street the pest. As the words of their dread fill the space of my ears, they're crying like children, their saltiest tears. My heart fills with joy that it's bigger than we. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Oh, for sure they will learn that there is consequence for playing with markets for his needs and ends. But when Reddit investors used their tricks on them, they screamed and they shouted while we bought again. As the sights of the rage filled the space in my eyes, for they duped us, but they won't escape us this time. We're this far from winning, this far from their greed. I remember the hodlers, will they think of me when we make all our millions to spite the hedgie? Now that I'm staring down on the feds and the rich, I'm not sure what I want, but I don't think it's this. As my brothers stand in the raging typhoon, I hold on to my shares as they launch towards the moon. As the Bubbles of huddlers live for air in my mind as I fulfill the dreams that they once tried to find. I look from the moon with the stars within reach. I remember Wall Street bets and they think of me. For our stocks with the moonshot forever will be. I remember the fallen and they think of me. For the hedges shall crumble and fall to their knees. If tomorrow all the gains were gone, I worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my stimulus and wife. I thank my lucky stars to be trading here today, 'cause we all still hold our calls and shares, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. From the floor in New York City to accounts on Fidelity, from the house of your wife's boyfriend, you just tried to make him see. From you deep fucking value and your own portfolio, where there's tendies in every artist's gut, and it's time we buy and hold. At least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets. To be an artist, 'cause at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the paper hands who sold their GME. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and invest with no regrets, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this sport. Mods bless the Wall Street bets.
What's up, YouTube? How's everyone doing today? It is Tuesday, April 6th, 2021. Good show for you today. Great show for you. A lot to cover. Today, we're going to be talking about Credit Suisse. Of course, the Credit Suisse saga continues, just when we thought it couldn't get any worse. Apparently, it's a lot worse. We're going to talk about GM, some news about GM. News about Peloton. We're gonna talk about some specs. The top spec, which is the baseball card company, and Innoviz. They just launched a new spec, and they are a LiDAR company. And finally, we are going to get to the YOLOs, which I know everybody wants to see. That's the popular thing. So, before we begin, can you please like the video? Hit the like button, subscribe, and if you want to support my channel, please check out my Patreon. All right, let's get into it. Okay. And here is TD. So, today, as you saw in the beginning, I'm reporting to you from the stock exchange, and that's because today was a pretty neutral day. The Dow Jones, the Nasdaq, and the S&P all finished a little bit down, but nothing too serious. So, all in all, pretty okay day, pretty average day. Nothing happened that was too crazy. So, let's just let's run down our watch list very quickly. Apple is up 0.25%, not moving again. Figures. Airbnb up 1.8%. AMC down 3.86%. This is a little pullback from yesterday. The stock jumped up like over 13%, like 13.5%, based on the Godzilla vs. Kong news, and it smashed the box office. And anyway, today we're seeing a little bit of pullback from that. Amazon trading pretty even, AMD pretty even. Alibaba's up 2.34%. Baidu up 2%, the Chinese car company. Blink Charging up 6.34%. Bumble down 1%. Bio-Nanogenomics down 4%. Beyond Meat up 1.8%. CCIV, Churchill Capital, which is the Lucid Motors SPAC, up 6.35%. Pretty nice day for that. But remember, at one point, like a month ago, this was at 60. So, still a ways off from the high. Very long way to go. Cruise lines are still continuing to do well. Yesterday we saw the cruise lines booming. Canopy Growth down 3%. That is one of the meme stocks. What else we got here? Chewy up 2%. Chipotle up 2.5%. Compass up 0.6%. Compass was an IPO that I talked about last week that I didn't really like too much. If you want, go check out that video. And Coursera, another IPO that I talked about last week, and that one I actually said, this looks like a really good stock. And this is not financial advice, okay? But I said in the video, the stock looks really good. The numbers look really strong. Last week it opened at $33, and now it's past 56. So in 1 week, a 66% jump in Coursera. Where is my... So the Coursera stock is looking very strong. If you bought into Coursera, congratulations to you. Tendies for you. And if you haven't, and if you're considering, it might not be too late. Not financial advice. Okay, moving on. What else we got? Delta Airlines up 2.8%. DoorDash down almost 2%. DraftKings up almost 2%. eBay down 2%. Etsy up 4.5%. Express, which is another meme stock, up 4%. Ford up 1.73%. Facebook down almost 1%. We got Fubo, which is a TV streaming company, kind of like a meme stock, up 4%. What else? What else we got here? GME down 1.31%. So, not too bad today for GME. We got Groupon up 1.4%. Oh, and GM. Yeah, GM is up 1.5%. We got news on that a little bit later. We'll get to that very soon. Okay. Anything else important here? Costs, another meme stock, is down 1.65%. Li Auto up 2.37%. Marathon, Mara, Bitcoin mining company, down 7.3%. So I think yesterday this was doing really well. It was up like, and don't quote me on this, it was around like 10% up, I think, yesterday. So some pullback today to be expected. Moderna up 2.8%. Morgan Stanley up 1.4%. Microsoft down 0.5%. Match down 0.7%. MUDS, which is Mudrick Capital. This is a new SPAC, and we'll get to this in just a second, but this is the company, this is the SPAC that's acquiring Topps, the baseball card company. Naked, another meme stock, down almost 6%. Norwegian up 4.6%, another cruise line. Netflix up 0.7%. Neo up 1.76%. And I'm going to share my Neo position as I do every day. Boom. So up $860 today. Not bad at all. Can't complain. So Neo and all the other EV companies, and specifically Chinese EV companies, are recovering. So good sign. Very happy. All right. Nikola is up 3%. I don't know why. And apparently Nikola's ex-CEO just dumped a bunch of shares, and not any news that's that important, but that's interesting. I don't even know why people are buying Nikola. Nano Dimension up 1.1%, Nokia down 1.23%, Nvidia down 0.9%. Overstock, you guys know I like Overstock, up a little over 1%. Palantir down 0.73%. I did a video on Palantir yesterday, talking about some news. They got a $90 million contract from the government contract. If you want, go check that out. And Peloton up 6.3%. And this may have to do with some news that we'll get to in just a little bit. Sorry, not 6.29%, 5.77%. Read the wrong thing. Yeah, some news on Peloton and possibly why the stock is jumping today. PayPal up almost 1%. Riot down 5%. That's a Bitcoin company. Rocket Mortgage up almost 1%. Roku up 9.5%. That is interesting. Curious to why that is. Didn't see any news about it. Snapchat up over 5%. Virgin Galactic up 3.75%. Sundial Growers, meme stock, down 4.67%. Spotify up 3.3%. Tilray down 4.21. Couldn't be 4.20. Tilray, meme stock, down 4.21%. Tesla's trading pretty sideways today. It's up a little bit. Twitter up 4.3%. Very nice. Wayfair up almost 5%. Very nice. Workhorse up 4.38%. That's about it. And Zillow's up 5%. Xpong up 2.8%. So, really not too bad today. Pretty average day. Let's check the dollar very quickly. So the dollar's doing okay today. It's down versus the Australian dollar and down versus the euro, but it's up on the pound and the New Zealand dollar. It's up on the Canadian. It's down for the Swiss franc and down for the Japanese yen. But the dollar's doing okay today. Let's check the meme stocks really quick. So for the most part, the meme stocks are not doing well today. All right. Cool. Let's now take a look at crypto. 1 second, please. Oops, wrong button. What's in cryptocurrency today? Bitcoin down 1%. Not bad at all. Still a little over 58,000. There's a lot of resistance at 60,000. It's having trouble breaking 60,000. But I'm sure it will eventually, very soon. Ethereum up again, over $2,100 today. Not up too much today, but up 15% for the week. Binance Coin around 400, up another 6% today, up 31.5% for the week. Now, what is going on with XRP? Every time I look at XRP, this thing is up and up and up. If I recall correctly, this morning, this was at like 80 cents, 80 something cents. Now it's $1.07, $1.08. So that's up 31% today and up 89% for the week. Incredible. Cardano up 4%. Litecoin up 10%. Nice jump today. Chainlink up 9% today. Litecoin's up 23% for the week. Chainlink's up for the week. Bitcoin Cash up 6% today. 24% for the week. Stellar's up 9% today. 31% for the week. Tron is getting hammered today. What's going on with Tron? It's down 18.5%. Well, I guess it's just some pullback because it's up 82.5% for the week. So I guess we have to expect some pullback. So nothing too crazy there. Dogecoin. Why is Dogecoin up today? Dogecoin is up almost 6.5%. Did Elon Musk tweet something? I don't think so. So, Dogecoin is just mooning by itself. Up 14% for the week. Any other cryptos? Anything going on? Not really. Okay. So let's get to the news. And this is a good segue into this first article because we're just talking about crypto. And this is a popular topic that a lot of people are interested in, which is Credit Suisse. So here we go. Let me check. 1 second. All right. Credit Suisse taps blockchain to settle stock trades in 1.5 hours. Credit Suisse is using Paxos's blockchain settlement service to prevent the kind of delays that led to outages at Robinhood and other brokerages in March. So, quick recap. Last week, Credit Suisse had a very, very bad week. They took a couple $1 billion L because of Archegos, which is the hedge fund. It's not a hedge fund. It was a family business officially that got margin called for $80 billion. So I believe Credit Suisse took a $5 billion hit from that, or $3 billion hit initially is what was reported. And then from Greensill, which is another firm that they did business with, Greensill also went bankrupt, and I believe they took another $2 billion loss from that. And that was last week. Now this week we got more news, so let's get to that. Investment bank Credit Suisse is testing a blockchain service to settle stock trades in under 2 hours. Reducing settlement times could prevent the kind of backlog that caused Robinhood and others to temporarily halt trading of GameStop in January. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on this. I'm not sure if this is entirely accurate, because I believe Robinhood halted trading because it was a liquidity problem. They didn't have enough money to support all the trades that were going through. I don't think it had to do with settlement. I think it had to do with liquidity. Anyway, don't quote me on that. We'll keep reading here. Although stock trading appears to be instantaneous on brokerage sites, in reality, it can take up to 3 days for clearinghouses to pay brokerages for trades they submit. Brokerages are left holding the bag if buyers or sellers default on their payment in the meantime. To ensure the system is properly collateralized, U.S. brokerages and banks maintain a multi-billion-dollar reserve, the size of which is adjusted daily according to trading volume. But at times of massive trading volume, this can create problems, like when Robinhood in January had to provide extra collateral to account for exposure to soaring GameStop stock. During this surge, Robinhood had to temporarily halt purchases of GameStop. So yeah, like I just said, they didn't have enough money, so they had to halt trading. Such crises explain the urgent need for real-time settlements, but old computer systems and the complexity of reconciling millions of trades are tough nuts to crack. This makes blockchain attractive. Its ledger is quicker, cheaper, and immutable. So Credit Suisse is giving it a go. It took just 1.5 hours for the Swiss lender to settle a trade on the Paxos settlement service. Credit Suisse's old settlement system only completed trades on the same day if they were completed before 11 a.m. So, yeah, I'm not going to read the rest of it, but pretty much, Credit Suisse is now using Paxos to settle their trades with the clearinghouse. So that's pretty good news. It's good news for crypto, and good news for Paxos. Get more exposure. But we got more Credit Suisse news, and it's not good news. But this was pretty interesting. Oops, sorry. Let me pull up the next article. Everyone, make a wish. Okay. Here is the big news today, and the news that everybody wants to hear about. Credit Suisse $4.7 billion hit from Archegos hedge fund scandal. Execs step down. So, last week it was reported that they would take around a $3 billion hit. Turns out, it was a lot more. Turns out it was $5 billion. So really not good for Credit Suisse. And a lot of people got in trouble for what happened with Archegos. Not just Archegos, and Greensill. And a lot of people got fired. Rightfully so. Alright. Sorry, I'm lagging a little bit here. All these ads. All right, here we go. Credit Suisse on Tuesday announced several high-level staff departures and proposed to cut its dividend as it weighs heavy losses from the Archegos Capital saga. The Swiss lender now expects a first-quarter pre-tax loss of around 900 million Swiss francs, approximately $960.4 million, after taking a charge of 4.4 billion Swiss francs as a result of the scandal. The significant loss in our prime services business relating to the failure of a U.S.-based hedge fund is unacceptable, CEO Thomas Gottstein said in a trading update. It was not a hedge fund, it was a family business, remember? Investment bank CEO Brian Chin and Chief Risk and Compliance Officer Laura Warner will step down from their roles with immediate effect, the bank said. Last week, Credit Suisse revealed that it was expecting heavy losses in the wake of the meltdown of U.S. hedge fund Archegos Capital. The bank was forced to dump a significant amount of stock to sever its ties to the troubled family office. So was it a hedge fund or a family office, huh? You need to clarify. The executive board has also waived its bonuses for the 2020 financial year, the bank announced Tuesday, with Chairman Urs Ronner, I think that's how you say it, giving up his chair fee of 1.5 million Swiss francs. So, the executives are not getting their bonuses this year. Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Who feels bad? Who feels bad? Comment below. Do you feel bad for these executives having to give up their bonuses? This guy had to give up his 1.5 million Swiss franc bonus. Terrible, right? At its AGM on April 30th, Credit Suisse will now propose a dividend of 0.1 Swiss francs gross per share along with the amended compensation report. Particularly following the significant U.S. U.S.-based hedge fund matter, the board of directors is amending its proposal on the distribution of dividends and withdrawing its proposals on variable compensation of the executive board, the Swiss lender said in a trading update. It has suspended its share buyback program and said it does not intend to resume share purchases until it has regained its target capital ratios and restored its dividend. Credit Suisse shares gained 1.7% late morning trade in Europe. By late morning trade in Europe. That's weird. Why is it going up? Well, it ain't that much. So, summary. We initially thought it was a $3 billion loss. It's not a $3 billion loss. In fact, it's a $5 billion loss. And because of this, they're not buying back stocks. They're cutting dividend. Excuse me. Sorry, there's a siren. Okay. They're not buying back stock. They're cutting dividend. And they're firing the people who were responsible for this. Okay. Last month, the bank announced the shakeup of its asset management business and a suspension of bonuses as it looked to contain the damage from the collapse of British supply chain finance firm Greensill Capital. The board has launched two separate investigations to be carried out by third parties into the Greensill and Archegos sagas, vowing to not only focus on the direct issues arising from each of them, but also reflect on the broader consequences and lessons learned. Yeah, I'm sure you learned your lesson. Really tough, expensive lesson. Chin will be replaced at the helm of the investment bank on May 1st by Christian Meisner, currently Credit Suisse's co-head of international wealth management, investing Investment Banking Advisory and Vice Chairman of Investment Banking. Joachim, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Joachim, yeah, I'm not even going to try that. We'll call this person J.O. J.O. has been appointed interim chief officer, and Thomas Grotzer, interim global head of compliance, Tuesday. All three will report to CEO Gottstein. In combination with recent issues around the supply chain finance funds, I recognize that these cases have caused significant concern amongst all our stakeholders. Together with the board of directors, we are fully committed to addressing these situations. Serious lessons will be learned, Gottstein said in a statement. So I'm not going to read the rest of the article here, but the rest of it says that there could be more to the saga. It's not over yet. There could be more casualties. That is what this article is saying. But yeah, there you have it. Credit Suisse is not out of the woods yet. $5 billion loss, cleaning house, no buybacks, no dividends. Not a good week last week, and not a good week this week either for Credit Suisse. Okay, let's move on. Next article. So let's talk about EVs. GM confirms electric Chevy Silverado pickup to follow Hummer EV. Shares of General Motors confirmed plans Tuesday to produce an all-electric Chevy Silverado pickup at a new flagship assembly plant for EVs that's under construction in Detroit. The truck is a part of previously announced $2.2 billion investment in the plant to produce an array of its next-generation EVs beginning later this year, with an all-electric GMC Hummer pickup. Other planned vehicles for the facility include the recently unveiled Hummer EV SUV and an autonomous multi-passenger shuttle known as the Cruise Origin. So I don't know much about the Cruise Origin, but I know they just, not too long ago, I think a couple days ago, they announced the Hummer. They're bringing an electric Hummer to the market. And that had pretty good, I believe that had pretty good reaction to that. I think the Hummer sold out, or the pre-orders sold out. I think it was starting at $110. Don't quote me on this, but I believe the Hummer was starting at $110,000, and it got sold out. The pre-orders got sold out. The plant, which GM renamed Factory Zero last year in a nod to the zero-emissions EVs that will be produced there, is pivotal to the automaker's electric vehicle plans. It is the first of 4 North American facilities that GM has said will transition from producing vehicles with internal combustion engines to EVs. It will be a proving ground and a proof point for the company's promise that it can produce profitable electric vehicles. The vehicles coming from Factory Zero will change the world and how the world views electric vehicles, GM President Mark Roos said in a statement. The GM Hummer EV SUV joins its stable mate in the realm of true super trucks, and the Chevy will take everything Chevy's local truck buyers love about the Silverado and more, and put it into an electric pickup that will delight retail and commercial customers alike. GM declined to provide when the Chevy pickup will go into production at Factory Zero, a plant spanning 4.5 million square feet on the outskirts of Detroit and bordering the city of Hamtramck. The Hummer EV pickup is expected to go on sale this fall, followed by the Hummer EV SUV in early 2023. Excuse me, got a siren here. Okay, my apologies. Industry analysts expect the Chevy Silverado EV to go into production late next year. The new Chevy Silverado EV will have a range of more than 400 miles on a full charge, according to GM. The announced vehicles are part of GM's plan to release 30 new EVs globally by 2025 under a $27 billion investment in electric and autonomous vehicles during that time frame. By then, the company plans to sell at least 1 million EVs annually, and on its way to transitioning to being a fully electric automaker by 2035. Okay, so that's the article. So this is pretty good news for GM, and the GM stock has been doing very well this year and of late. All the boomers on CNBC love GM. They're shilling GM every day. GM. And this is pretty encouraging news. But quite honestly, and this is just my opinion, okay? So they're just starting to invest into the technology and infrastructure of EVs. And they're way behind some other companies, specifically Tesla, because everyone's trying to catch Tesla. But it says here, this car is going to be released in 2023, early 2023, so about 2 years, maybe a little less than 2 years. That's still a ways to go. And then they don't plan to be fully electric and autonomous by 2035. So 14 years? That's a long time. Where we got companies like Tesla and NIO and Lucid and Xpeng and Li, they're already 100% electric and autonomous. So it's going to take GM 14 years to catch these other companies. Now, granted, they have a lot more money and capital, and they already have some infrastructure, but they gotta renovate their factories to make it going from combustion engine to electric vehicles. So this is good news, but honestly, if I wanted to get exposure to the EV industry, just go with a company that's already producing electric vehicles. You know, Tesla, NIO, Li, Xpeng. I'm not a big fan of Lucid, but if you want to go the EV route, you probably should get Lucid over GM. Not financial advice. And they had to do this anyway. It's not just GM. All the traditional automakers are going to slowly transition to 100% EVs. And GM it's really leading the way out of all the traditional automakers. They're the first ones to really come out and invest all this money and make the commitment to fully autonomous and fully electric vehicles. So, interesting news here. And the stock was reacting to it. I believe it was, the stock was up like 2% today. So, good news for GM. And good news for EVs in general. All right. Okay, talk about Peloton. Peloton's a popular with Wall Street bets and retail investors, but boomers on CBC love Peloton too. Everybody loves Peloton. I think Peloton was up around 6%. We saw that in the beginning of the show. Peloton stock gets downgraded in spite of strong performance. Here's why. I don't want to butcher this name, but we'll call him or her SK. SK downgraded the rating for Peloton Interactive from outperform to inline, while reducing the price target from $160 to $125. Excuse me. I apologize. This is a very loud and long siren. Alright, my apologies. So, this analyst, I'm not sure which firm they're from, I don't think it says, but they reduced the price targets from 160 to 125, so that is almost a 25% decrease in price target. So, not good there. The company is a market leader in connected fitness and a clear beneficiary of the COVID-accelerated secular trend of bringing fitness to the home, Kay said. So, yeah, we see from here. Credit Suisse initiates coverage on, and I don't know if we should be listening to Credit Suisse, okay? After they lost $5 billion, I don't know how credible they are anymore, or trustworthy. But Credit Suisse seems to like it. They got to outperform on Peloton. And this firm that reported, that downgraded, was Evercore ISI Group. And they downgraded from outperform to inline. And Wolf Research initiates coverage on it at a peer perform. So despite what the analysts are saying, the market doesn't seem to care. The market seems very bullish on Peloton, up 6% today. And again, the reasoning for the downgrade is because this analyst claims that Peloton got a lot of business due to Corona. Whoops. I probably can't say that. I should not have said that. Demonetized. We'll call it the CV. You know what the CV is, right? Okay. So this analyst is claiming that all the business that Peloton got was because of the CV, and now that we're getting vaccinations and things are reopening and getting back to normal, that people aren't going to use Peloton anymore. And honestly, they probably have. That's a valid argument. Okay, I can see that. And it's probably somewhat of a factor, but how much? I don't know. And I don't think it's as much as Evercore ISI Group is claiming. Because, just people don't want to go to the gym anymore. They'd rather stay at home and be comfortable and work out on their Peloton if they can afford it. I'd rather work out at home than go to the gym and risk your health, and it's just dirty and you gotta commute, and it's not comfortable and not as good as having a virtual trainer at home. Anyway, we're not gonna get into all that, but here's the news. Some firms like it, some firms don't. It got a downgrade, and the market seems really bullish on Peloton. And so am I. Just my opinion. I really like Peloton. A lot of retail traders like Peloton. I know on Wall Street Bets, there's a lot of talk about Peloton. And even on CNBC, all the boomers love Peloton. So Peloton is regarded, the consensus is this is a good stock. Alright. 4:42, that time went fast. Next story. Tops go public through SPAC deal as baseball company ventures into NFTs. So this is pretty big news. For those who don't know, Topps is the trading card company. They make baseball cards. It's been around for a long time. So I'm not going to read the whole thing because we're running a little bit short on time here, but I'll give you the gist of this. So the SPAC company is Mudrick Capital Acquisition Corporation 2. And the ticker is MUDS, M-U-D-S, which in the beginning of the show I pointed out. And today it's up over 16% because of this news. Most likely because of this news. So they want to take it public via SPAC, and it's valued at $1.3 billion. And it says they're expected to get another $250 million in funding in SPAC. So the deal is expected to close in the late second or early third quarter. So probably a couple months away still. I would say 2 to 4 months around is when this deal is expected to officially close. But for right now, if you want to speculate on this, consider buying the SPAC, which is MUDS, MUDS, the ticker, not financial advice. And again, we know that SPACs are a bit risky, okay? Because there's a lot of companies that go public via SPAC now, and most of them are just a joke, all right? Like, most of them are not legitimate investments, except for DraftKings, Virgin Galactic, and Lucid. Like, those are the three biggest and like legitimate companies that have gone public via SPAC. But this seems pretty legitimate to me, honestly. I'm just not sure what it's going to be valued at. And it's hard to value it because these NFTs, like, nobody knows what they're going for these days. They're going for ridiculous prices. So, if you want exposure, if you want to get into Topps, if you want to invest in Topps, invest in MUDS right now. And in like 3-4 months, they're gonna close the deal out. And just be careful, all right? Because you remember what happened with CCIV, with Churchill Capital. It was hyped up. They were gonna buy Lucid, and then it tanked from like 60 to like 20. So always be careful when doing a speculative play, when you're playing speculation and on specs. But this is some pretty cool news right here. All right. All right, let's talk about another SPAC. Innoviz set to begin trading Tuesday as fifth LiDAR company to go public via SPAC merger. And I don't think I'm going to read this either, but let me just sum it up for you. For those of you who don't know, LiDAR technology is technology that are now going on electric vehicles, and it's supposed to help with the autonomous driving. And a lot of companies, EV companies and technology companies are adopting this technology now. Actually, most companies use this, most EV companies, or are planning to use this, and Tesla is one that refuses to use it. For some reason, Elon Musk really does not like LiDAR tech, and I'm curious as to why, because it won't hurt to include it, and it's supposed to be better. But anyway, so this company, Innoviz, is valued at around $1.4 billion. And the SPAC that it's merging with is ticker CGRO, which is Collective Growth Corp. It says it's based in Israel but operates in California. And I'm not sure about all these companies, so I'm just going to say what the article says here. But it says that there's 4 other LiDAR companies in California, and a lot of them are probably better than this company. That wasn't me saying it, that's the article, and that's not financial advice. Do your own research. Innoviz projects its revenue will grow from about $9 million this year to about $237 million in 2024, when it is also forecasting its first adjusted profit. So not profitable yet, and it predicts it will be in 3 years. And that's a big difference, from $9 million to $237 million. So I hope they're justifying this, they're coming up with this number correctly and not just pulling it out their rear end, So it will start trading on Tuesday with 2 stocks, which is today. Its main shares will be trading as INVZ. Warrants that give holders the option of buying the main stock at a discount will trade as INVZW. So, this new SPAC, LiDAR company, is dropped today. If you want to get into it, the ticker is INVZ and INVZW. All right, let's move on. And I had another article here about Innoviz, and it also just overhauled its board of directors, but we're just going to skip that because we're running out of time, and it's kind of boring, and nobody really cares. Okay, now for the part that everyone loves, the most popular part of this show. YOLOs. So let's see what's going on the subreddit today, on the wall. This is Lohith 15. Lohith 15. 26K to 99K in one day, mainly thanks to SPY YOLO. Alright, so he's up $73,000 today. That is 276% in one day. And he has 404 contracts of SPY. Wow, okay. What an ape. Oh, it's not here. The button is oh, it is here. Oh, lagging a little bit there. Let's try that again. Excuse me. I don't have the CV, I promise. Okay. So these expire yesterday. So I guess it worked out. So congratulations to you, Lohith 15. Tendies for you. Okay. Who's next? Okay. This is by Pompous YOLO update. Throw my entire account into ASO calls. So he has 200 ASO calls. Very impressive. Does it say what the calls are? And what the expiration is? No, it doesn't say. But so change since last close. So I guess he made 42K in a day and 140% in a day. And overall, so most of his gains were just from today, but not all of them. So overall, he's up 53K and 260 or 276%, and just today he's up 42K and 140%. So congratulations to you, Pompous Pete. And for you, I'll give you a J. Powell printer. All right, congratulations, Pompous P. Who's next? Oh, it did say he had $30 calls. Sorry, actually. So it was April 16th, $30 calls. Not sure if he's gonna sell them back or... But honestly, bro, you're up pretty big right now. It wouldn't hurt to just cash out, or at least take some profits. I would hate for you to hold it for another week or another 2 weeks, and then end up losing everything when you got 72,000 bucks right here. But congratulations. All right. Oh, I didn't even show it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. Right here. April 16th, 2021. $30 call. All right. So we got 3 more. ASO. I think people like rated. So same expiry as the last guy. April 16th expiry date. But this guy, yeah, this guy's in the green because his average cost is. So he must have gotten very, very low. Okay, so he has 300 contracts. Okay, he has 300 contracts, and they about doubled in value. So yeah, 100%, 103% return, a little over double. Just today he's up 62K, 140%. Excuse me. Did he sell? This guy says if it's good enough to screenshot, it's good enough to sell. He's right. So, congratulations, brother. If I were you, I'd either cash out or consider taking profits. Don't know how much of an ape you are, but I think if you diamond hands it, you should be fine. Not financial advice, but anyway, congratulations. Oh, this is Poor Literature. Forgot to say the name. Sorry. So congratulations, Poor Literature, on the $62,000 gain in 1 day. All right, who's next? All right, this one's pretty funny. Laughing at someone's pain. This is by Tatten24. Tatten24. Jimmy Weekly YOLOs. Jimmy Weekly's YOLO. Guys, please give me some confirmation bias. Feeling pretty rainbow. Can't say it. So this guy has GME call options expiring this Friday. So in 3 days, he has a $195 call, a $205 call, or 20 $205 calls, and 5 $200 calls. And he's down pretty big right now. I forget what GME closed at. That I think it was like 180 something. Hey man, for your sake, I hope this works out for you. This is cutting it real close right here. You're gonna be right on the edge of making a gain and losing everything. It might be a smart idea just to take your losses. Just cut your losses right now. Cause if you don't, you're gonna lose another 17K, which is a lot of money. Maybe not to some apes, but 17K is a lot of money. And I don't know, man. So, good luck to you. It seems like he's already down like 40% on this trade. But we'll see what happens on Friday. We'll see where GME closes. Good luck to you, Tatin24. I really hope this works out for you. But right now, it's looking like a... Yeah. Looking like a go right now for you, brother. But I really hope this works out for you. I hope GME goes over 105 by Friday. Okay, we got one more, last one. Here we go. This is by Scrub Dumpster. Dumpster. 35,000 GME, $35,000 GME YOLOs, cause F you and your bear shiz. Alright. So, this guy has GME calls. Most of them expire. Excuse me. It's not sirens, it's ATVs now. Alright. My apologies. He has a $300 call, one of them, which expires on April 16th, and he has 10 $800 calls which expire April 16th. And also a $10 put that expires on April 16th. So I'm like 99.9% sure the $800 and the $10 the $800 call and the $10 put are going to expire worthless, which is the majority of his money anyway. The 300 GME call probably going to expire worthless, but you never know. You know, the apes can just pump it up. It might go over 300. Highly doubt 800. Highly doubt 10. And then he has another 800, just one 800 for what, July? July 16th. So, yeah, honestly, I don't think that one is gonna hit either. I don't think GME is going 800 in 3 months. Hey, man, listen. So most of your money is probably gone already. Like what? It's like 33,000 out of your 35K is already gone. My advice to you, this is just my opinion. This is what I would do. Bro, just sell it back. Just sell it to some other ape. Take your $3,000. Go spend it. there's better things to do with your last $3,000 than to just watch it burn. So sorry for your loss, Scrub Dumpster. Sorry for your loss, brother, but this is very entertaining content. We all thank you. The subreddit, Wall Street Bets, thanks you for the loss. I can't say it, but it begins with a P and rhymes with corn. Appreciate you. Scrub Dumpster, 35K YOLO. All right. And, yeah. That's all I got for you guys today. So let's sign off. You know, always got to put on the Ray-Bans. It's interesting. I wonder why, oops. I wonder why the stream is lagging now. In the beginning, it was doing so well. And now it keeps dropping. But whatever. Oop. Keep hitting the mic here. Oh, and I'm at a wrong camera. There we go. Alright, you apes. You already know. Diamond hands to the moon. To the moon. Diamond hands.
With diamond hands, they knew they'd profit if they could only hold.
That's right. Alright, guys. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it. Please like the video. Please subscribe. Please share with your friends. And if you like the content and want to support me, please check out my Patreon. Alright, time to sign out. Put this back here. I'm Ty. This is Smarter Gambling. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. I will see you tomorrow. And I'm out. Peace, everybody. See you tomorrow. Oh, outro. Right.
My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons. Shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold, then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons. Shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters, hold, then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons off to distant moons. Shoot up past the stars, noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold, then hold, sisters. sisters, hold then. My mother told me someday I will buy rockets with doubloons, off to distant moons, shoot up past the stars. Noble ship I steer, steady course to the haven. Hold, brothers, hold then, hold, sisters, hold then.